Most people think wisdom is about knowing more, achieving more, and finally getting life right. But real wisdom often begins where comfort ends, and that's people need to read the Bible and carefully explore the chapters of Ecclesiastes 07, where truth feels almost upside down at first. It may sound controversial, but sorrow can teach more than celebration. Correction can shape more than praise, and even uncomfortable seasons can produce clarity that pleasure never touches. As we read and explain these passages, it often points out that life's deepest answers are not found in noise, but in reflection, patience, and quiet confrontation with reality. And here's the surprising part. What most people avoid might actually be what they need most. So as we explain these layers hidden in Ecclesiastes 07, a bigger question begins to form in the mind. What if everything you thought was helping you grow was actually keeping you shallow? Then, let's read the chapter together. A good name is better than fine perfume, and the day of death better than the day of birth. It is better to go to a house of mourning than to go to a house of feasting, for death is the destiny of everyone. The living should take this to heart. Frustration is better than laughter, because a sad face is good for the heart. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of pleasure. It is better to heed the rebuke of a wise person than to listen to the song of fools. Like the crackling of thorns under the pot, so is the laughter of fools. This too is meaningless. Extortion turns a wise person into a fool, and a bribe corrupts the heart. The end of a matter is better than its beginning, and patience is better than pride. Do not be quickly provoked in your spirit, for anger resides in the lap of fools. Do not say, "Why were the old days better than these?" For it is not wise to ask such questions. Wisdom, like an inheritance, is a good thing, and benefits those who see the sun. Wisdom is a shelter, as money is a shelter. But the advantage of knowledge is this: wisdom preserves those who have it. Consider what God has done. Who can straighten what he has made crooked? When times are good, be happy. But when times are bad, consider this: God has made the one, as well as the other. Therefore, no one can discover anything about their future. In this meaningless life of mine, I have seen both of these: the righteous perishing in their righteousness, and the wicked living long in their wickedness. Do not be over-righteous, neither be over-wise. Why destroy yourself? Do not be over-wicked, and do not be a fool. Why die before your time? It is good to grasp the one, and not let go of the other. Whoever fears God will avoid all extremes. Wisdom makes one wise person more powerful than 10 rulers in a city. Indeed, there is no one on earth who is righteous, no one who does what is right and never sins. Do not pay attention to every word people say, or you may hear your servant cursing you. For you know in your heart that many times you yourself have cursed others. All this I tested by wisdom, and I said, I am determined to be wise. But this was beyond me. Whatever exists is far off and most profound. Who can discover it? So I turn my mind to understand, to investigate, and to search out wisdom and the scheme of things, and to understand the stupidity of wickedness and the madness of folly. I find more bitter than death the woman who is a snare, whose heart is a trap, and whose hands are chains. The man who pleases God will escape her, but the sinner she will ensnare. Look, says the teacher, this is what I have discovered, adding one thing to another to discover the scheme of things. While I was still searching, but not finding, I found one upright man among 1,000, but not one upright woman among them all. This only have I found: God created mankind upright, but they have gone in search of many schemes. Let's say a quick prayer to thank the Lord for his mercy. Hey God, I just want to come to you like a friend right now, with a grateful heart. Thank you for the wisdom we've just received through this study, for opening our understanding and showing us that even sorrow, correction, and every season of life can carry meaning when we look through your eyes. Thank you for your word, for the Bible, and for the lessons hidden in the chapters of Ecclesiastes 07 that remind us that nothing in our lives is wasted when you are in control. Lord, please help us not just to read and understand, but to actually live this wisdom in our everyday moments. When emotions rise, when pride tries to take over, when life feels confusing or heavy. Give us the strength to pause, reflect, and respond with humility and patience. Teach us to carry this knowledge into our decisions, our relationships, and our thoughts, so it doesn't stay in our minds only, but becomes part of who we are. Walk with us through every high and low, reminding us that you are present in both. And when we forget, gently bring us back. We trust you, we lean on you, and we ask you to shape our lives with this wisdom day by day. Amen. Wisdom is not just something to admire, it is something to live, moment by moment, choice by choice. You have to read the Bible not as a distant book, but as a living guide, especially when you go back and explain the depth found in the chapters of Ecclesiastes 07. Because when life feels confusing, it is often there that clarity begins to form. Sorrow is not wasted, correction is not rejection, and even seasons that feel heavy can be shaping something strong within. What if the very thing you've been avoiding is exactly what God is using to grow you? Don't just read once and move on, but return, reflect, and let it sink in. When you read the Bible daily and explain its meaning to yourself through prayer and reflection, especially the chapters of Ecclesiastes 07, your perception slowly shifts. You begin to notice how patience calms impulsive decisions, how humility protects you from pride, and how self-control keeps you from emotional traps. It's not theory anymore. It becomes practice in your job, your relationships, your finances, even in how you respond to a bad day. Because in the end, wisdom is not about having a perfect life, but about seeing a deeper order inside an imperfect one. You should read, explain, and return to the Bible with fresh eyes, especially the chapters of Ecclesiastes 07, where life is seen without illusion. So the question remains, will you keep reacting the same way? Or will you start responding with wisdom that transforms everything? If this message spoke to you, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and continue this journey of growth and understanding. And as always, don't forget to check the last video and learn more about the scriptures.